Shalom, this is Robbie Turbo here. I was going to review this book here. It's called The Antichrist and a Cup of Tea by Tim Cohen. And this is a very fascinating book. It exposes who the potential Antichrist could be. And this is the Antichrist's coat of arms, which if you look here, you see a lion with the body of a leopard. You see a unicorn with the eye of a man. You see a red dragon. And you see various logos on it. And of course, they're in Latin because the Antichrist, one of the Antichrist languages is obviously Latin because of the Roman Catholic Church that rules the world from behind the scenes, along with the royal family. The royal family claims to be the bloodline of the Messiah Yahushua, which is blasphemy. They say that he had sexual relations with Mary Magdalene, and they promoted this blasphemy in a movie starring none other than Tom Hanks. It was out several years ago, and it was complete blasphemy. They claim that the Messiah and Mary Magdalene had a relationship and had offspring, and they claim to be the top of that bloodline. So they claim to be the bloodline of King David, and that's where they have this preposterous nonsense. If you look at this heraldry, it is pretty much a depiction of the same blasphemous symbolism that Yochanan, or John, the Revelator, describes in the book of Revelation. And with the 10 crowns and all the other stuff like that. What fascinated me about this is gematria. And if you take Hebrew gematria and you write out the name Prince Charles of Wales, his name becomes 666. And if you take that same type of gematria and impose it over the English alphabet, you also come out with 666. So they've got the bloodline for the anti-Messiah running through them. That's probably why they use the term royal blood or blue blood, and they don't want to mix their bloodlines with your bloodline. These people are sick. They want to destroy the Messiah bloodline when he was here, and they weren't able to do that. So they crucified him. They thought they had achieved their goal when they did that, and didn't realize that they actually were fulfilling the Father's work, because his blood had to be shed so we could be saved. Now, Tim Cohen, in here, I'll just point out some of the bullets here. The beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his throne, and his great authority. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Well, this book basically does that. It not only points out that his name and number are 666, but he also fulfills those other things as well. The Antichrist in a Cup of Tea will answer your questions about the Antichrist. How literally could you take God's written word It is literal even to the point of its apocalyptic symbolism. Gain understanding and sweep away popular misconceptions as you learn the stunning truth concerning the Antichrist and his rise to power. Don't be fooled. Examine these topics. Now, this book was written about 30 years ago, and I've been watching Prince Charles for quite some time. And last year, he really showed his cards. He came out along with Klaus Schwab, and you can go right on the internet and look this up. They've been behind this COVID-19 and the Great Reset. Klaus Schwab is, if you watch him, he sounds like a evil villain from a James Bond movie. I just started this book, and it's a hard read because this is a man who worships Satan and follows his offspring, Charles. This Klaus Schwab character, he sounds like a villain from a James Bond movie, and they probably modeled James Bond movie villains after this character. It's just like, I think they've been pushing Charles for a long time because Prince Charming sounds an awful lot like Prince Charles. And what is a charm? A charm is a spell. And this man will deceive the world. He'll portray himself to be a prince of peace because he hasn't directly endorsed the wars that we're in. He's always been behind the scenes. But this book will explain how they're going to use this COVID-19 to bring in the new green agenda and how they will take over the world using the environmental, quote, crisis to do this. It's amazing they talk about fossil fuel, and there's no shortage of fuel. It was given to us by our Creator, and he loves us so much, he gives us something like this. Another book, if you're interested in good old Charlie, is this one here. It's called The Sustainable Prince by Joan Vion. Joan Vion explained how he's been working behind the scenes with the United Nations, and he's called the Sustainable Prince. And if you look at Charlie, there's also a statue dedicated to the man. It's called the Savior of the World, and he looks like an angel, complete with six-pack abs, and he's standing on a globe, of course, because they've been pushing that satanic agenda as well. Because Satan can't create his own anything, so he has to create a fake world with fake space, with fake aliens, and all the other fake nonsense that they push on Hollywood and everywhere else. Well, good old Charlie boy here, he's been working with the United Nations and whatnot, and I noticed also, not only did they make a statue to him called Savior of the World, but it's standing on a globe with skulls. Charles' father wants to be reincarnated as a virus to wipe out mankind. Isn't that interesting that that's the agenda that they're pushing now? And keep your eyes on this man, because the name Charles means man. So his name means Prince Man, and of Wales. Wales is the red dragon. The flag of Wales is this red dragon here. And look at that. Would you want that evil thing on your coat of arms? Now, if he wants to call me out, he can call me out too. I've got a coat of arms. You probably know who I am. Go for it, Charlie boy. But you want to rule the world? Well, give it your best shot, because the Messiah is going to come and destroy you.